Hey there, how you doing? It's me, Kitch, and you've probably read by now that the profession Respec has got delayed. We ain't getting it in 1107. It's probably due for the new patch, for the new season, but who knows? And it's a good thing, believe me. I know there's a lot of hate out there. Why didn't Blizzard already think of this? Why didn't we have it when the expansion launched? Yeah, all of that is true, but it's a good thing. It's a first time Blizzard is doing something and they're polishing it up not to get abused. So that's a win in my books. But that's not all I want to talk about today. I want to talk about how to use that respec when it comes. So let's get into the video. I can easily sum this whole video up in 2 words. Do nothing. Seriously, like I could just post a community post saying do nothing when the respec comes out, but that wouldn't be it. And like there's a lot of why shouldn't we do anything, why should we do that, why not to do that other thing. You feel me, right? So I'm gonna answer the whys and how you can utilize this feature to best support yourself and make the right choices. One of the greatest uses for this feature is for blacksmithing and leatherworking, because they have 2 builds for crafting orders. Like as of right now, you cannot have all specs full. Like you cannot have mail and leather both full at the current week, because well, you don't have enough knowledge point to do both those stuff. Now a lot of people are also behind on knowledge points, so they will decide to switch these 2 up. This is true for leatherworking and blacksmithing, weaponsmithing and armorsmithing. Why would somebody do that? It's because they would feel that the demand for the other type of crafter on their realm is by far a lot more. Like usually at the beginning of the war within, everybody went with weaponsmithing because everyone was looking for weapons. As of right now, 3 months later, everyone is looking for armors. So everyone will have the idea to, okay, let's swap to the armorsmithing, or vice versa, swap to the weaponsmithing, and change their specs to the one that they would think will be more useful in their specific realms. When that happens, the demand for the previous build will rise up. So that's the main reason why to not do anything at the beginning, just to analyze the market and see what's best. For example, this blacksmith right here is behind on knowledge points, and it's currently a weaponsmith. It can craft every weapon out there in the game to its fullest rank, and not every armor. Now the point that the respec will come out, you'll probably be maxed out on all of this stuff, but we're not sure when that's happening. So in case you are behind on knowledge points, in case you haven't maxed out every single knowledge tree out there, this is going to be very useful. Now on Twisting Nether EU, there's a lot of demand for plate armor. It's way more than weapons, and everybody at the beginning of the expansion just went with weaponsmithing, so we have a lack of armor smiths now. So when the feature comes out, everybody will have the idea of, okay, like in the past few months we had a lack of supply for armor smithing. Let's switch every point that we spend here into the armor smithing, just to make more profits. Now I'm saying do nothing because you need to analyze the market afterwards. Everybody had the same idea, so everybody went with armor smithing. Now there is a lack of supply for weaponsmithing. The weaponsmithing will come up in demand, as opposed to the armor that was in demand before. So it's best to just wait and see how it's gonna go down. Just don't rush things up. If you're completely sure about your build, use the respec, because it's gonna be a cooldown. It's gonna be at least a month, maybe a few months before you can use the respec again. So make sure to make the right decision. Now that was all an example, but anything could happen. Like at the beginning of the expansion, everybody went headstrong into crafting orders. So the reagent builds got very good, and this can happen again. This can happen, like everybody will say, okay, orders will be good for a month, but reagents will support you for a few months after the season. So let's dive into the reagent builds and just go our separate way from the orders. That way the commissions on the orders will rise up and everybody will be like, oh my god, we spent the respec to go for the reagents, and everyone had the same idea. Usually when something like this gonna happen, you would get that in YouTube or anywhere else, like, okay, a lot of YouTubers are talking about respecting to that build, so a lot of other players will follow. But I'm someone who wants to go my way. Like, if you are completely sure you're doing something right, go on ahead, do it. But if not, just do nothing. Wait a few weeks, at least a week, to just analyze the market, watch the trade chat, see what's best for you, watch the auction house, and then decide to respect something else. Multicraft and resourcefulness is getting a few changes. The respect is coming out. Again, it's in a few months. But when that happens, just make sure that you're doing the right thing. I hope you enjoyed the video, and this video will keep you from doing a few mistakes. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.